I really love racing games. From Mario Kart to MotorStorm to Need for Speed, my list for racing games grew far and wide. And for me, for a time, I kind of enjoyed them all. It seemed like this was going to be an endless well of fun with every new game I picked up over time. Test Drive, Gran Turismo, Midnight Club, Burnout, everything past Burnout too. The list goes on. But suddenly, over the years, the feeling I had for that genre, it just vanished. And I still question to this day what it was that changed. Maybe it was me. Maybe the fact that I'm getting older. Or maybe it's the genre itself. Who knows? And that's what I want to talk about today. Going on YouTube, I saw a video talking about all the Y2K street racing games. It's an incredible video. It was really fun to watch. It was a nostalgia trip for me. And it was talking about some gems that I remember while talking about some other games that I have yet to play. Street Racing Syndicate, I'm looking at you. But I want to go further beyond than that. I want to talk about all the games that I remembered as a kid, and maybe, just maybe, we can answer that question. What happened to racing games? I started playing games at the age of 4, with my first game being Super Mario World. I honestly didn't know any better. I just saw a guy with a red hat and some crazy looking overalls with a green dinosaur jumping past obstacles. And honestly, it was a simple time. But around Christmas of 1999, things changed for me. The Nintendo 64 was the family's first Christmas gift from my mother. Thanks, Mom. And the first few games I got really defined my life going forward. GoldenEye, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, Mario Kart 64, and Ridge Racer 64. Yeah, Ridge Racer.
It's Ridge Racer. Ridge Racer. Remember that one?
Mario Kart and Ridge Racer specifically activated the racing fan in me. Mario Kart for its wild and wacky but fun unpredictability with its tracks and items, and Ridge Racer for its philosophy on drifting and style. And for the love of God, do not get me started on the soundtrack for all of those games, 64 specifically. That's the first thing you hear when you turn on the game and go to the main menu. What happened? For years, I was addicted to both games, mastering 150cc and completing everything on Mario Kart, and unlocking everything, every car, winning every race, beating every rival on Ridge Racer. Even the ones I felt impossible to beat, I did it over time. And that gets to my first point in what happened to racing games. Back then, things were earned through dedication. Look at it like this. You work hard on a project, you should be rewarded for said project, but the reward should be progressively growing. You should get scraps in the beginning. Hear me out. You should get scraps in the beginning, because once you do, that keeps you engaged, that keeps the player engaged to keep going, to want to unlock more, better items as they progressively continue to go through this journey of playing the game or doing whatever project. Don't spoon feed them like getting them the best cars as soon as you finish a lap, or as soon as you beat one person very early in the game, or just completing a race. Or worse, you just go to the PlayStation Store, the Microsoft Store, and just buy the item outright. Where's the effort? I personally feel like gaming progression is either dead or is dying. And racing games now, how many left there are a shining example of that. Look at this for Gran Turismo 7, a game that I actually kind of enjoy for the most part. What the hell happened to the games I love? I understand times have changed and people usually don't have that much time to play for hours to unlock items, but I still feel like a game's longevity can be preserved if we focus back on unlocking content and working our way up instead of being offered everything with ease or through a price. Do I see changes like that happening very soon? No. Do I see changes like that happening eventually? I don't know. Honestly, I'm usually a glass half empty type of person, so I would say no. But with indie games being the way they are and how they've been kind of shaking up AAA titles as of late, one can hope. I could talk for hours on end about how fun Ridge Racer and Mario Kart were for me growing up, but honestly, it wasn't just those two games that got me hooked. Because in 2003, my love for the genre would be at an all-time high with everybody's favorite game. Well, my favorite game. I know everybody loves the second game, but still. Need for Speed Underground. Let me take you back to a time where street racing was at an all-time high. The Fast and the Furious released their sequel with the craziest title ever known to man. And the exact same movie delivered the greatest line in cinema history.
Drop it, hell. I want to hear about this, homie.
I said forget about it, cuz.
Imagine turning this game on. You watch this intro that perfectly encapsulates what the game is about, only to get to the main menu, and this is the first thing you hear. God, I love the 2000s. Look at this menu. It's so in your face about it. I love it. This gets to my second point of what happened to racing games. And honestly, it's what's happening to games as a whole. Identity and aesthetic. Don't get me wrong, there are plenty of games out there that have great senses of identity and a great aesthetic, like Dead is Disco, Ready or Not, or Slay the Spire. But you notice how I brought up an indie title or a AA game? Because these games are made by developers with creative freedom and can understand how to make a game what it is. Dead is Disco is a perfect example. A rhythm-based brawler with a pretty cool cyberpunk aesthetic? Sign me up. A dark and disturbing SWAT game where close quarters combat is key and that thing is very important between life and death for your missions? Sign me up. Or how about the same mundane game riddled with microtransactions and no mindset for proper changes in said game because they constantly get millions of dollars in sales every year for the same garbage. Fuck you. I'm sorry. This wasn't supposed to be a rant about how games are now. Not completely, at least. The point is, back then, racing games were all distinctively different. Whether it was something simple like a street racer or something serious like Gran Turismo, or who remembers Project Gotham Racing, or whatever the hell Burnout was. That fun car wreck of a game. For the record, I love Burnout. Please, somebody bring that back. CageNeon, please tell EA to get off their ass so you guys can make a new Burnout game, please. What I'm saying is, there was a unique style and sense of identity for all these games. You can turn every single game on, every single different racer, and you can tell that that racing game felt and played differently. Now, completely be honest with me. Do you see style with Need for Speed now? No, not you. You're good. You're cool. I mean you. Or how about Drive Club? A game that, if I'm not too mistaken, it almost bombed the day of release. Everything to me just looks the same these days. I swear to God, I'm not trolling. I just can't tell the difference between Forza and the Crew. As I record this video, I just found out that you can race a Gundam in Forza Horizon 6. What the fuck? I just wanted to bring that up. That is really cool. Now back to the video. But you know what I can tell the difference of? Need for Speed Most Wanted with its piss filter. Or Burnout Paradise. Or how about this? Who remembers Flat Out? I said Flat Out. I'll even do you one better because I consider this a racing game. MX Unleashed. Who remembers that? Who remembers going into free roam and racing around the track and doing all these stunts and then going really far away from the track to the out of bounds section? And the devs had a little surprise for us if we went a little too far. They don't make games like that anymore. Ending this whole video, this whole conversation that I wanted to bring up, I just wanted to say what I believe to be mine and maybe a few of your guys' reasons why you think racing games and just games aren't the same anymore. Memories. Memories are a very core and important aspect of our lives. It helps us to remember what was fun, what was addicting, what was, in short, great. And when I'm thinking about all the memories I have of my friends playing these games, I just have this strong sense of happiness because it was what created those bonds for me. Nowadays, my friends and I have all grown up, and a lot of us have lost touch with each other. But even though we don't talk, the thoughts of playing Need for Speed, trying to outrace each other, or crashing out at each other playing Burnout Revenge, or trying to outdrift each other playing Ridge Racer Type 4, those important things stay in my head forever. I don't get that feeling now. I don't get the feeling of happiness playing Gran Turismo 7 or Assetto Corsa. It feels more like a chore, like I'm forcing myself to enjoy these games when it should just come out naturally like it did when I played all those racing games from back in the day. And no disrespect to those titles, no hate to GT7. I actually like GT7 quite a bit, and I'm sure they have a strong fan base. It's just sadly not a fan base that I fully want to be a part of for a lot of reasons, even Twitter, but we're not going to talk about that. Maybe it's those rose tinted glasses people talk about. Maybe it's just nostalgia coming out of me. I'm pretty sure that's the case, but there's nothing like playing the old school. And who knows, with games like JDM and TXR, or even Night Runners coming out, and Night Runners especially, because that aesthetic, that style, the demo that I played and some of the videos that I've seen, Night Runners just looks like one of them ones. It really does. But until then, that feeling I lost, it may come back. We never know. Night Runners is doing its thing. And maybe, just maybe, there can be a resurgence for that type of racing game. But until then, I'm going to boot up Need for Speed Most Wanted. I'm going to spend hours playing Test Drive. I'm going to wreck everything and have fun playing Burnout Paradise and Burnout 3, Burnout Revenge, flat out. I said flat out. I'm going to waste my hours away on Gran Turismo 4. And I'm going to sit there and remember the good old days and constantly ask the question, what happened to racing games? I hope you guys have fun with this video. This is probably the best, most fun video that I think I have ever done in my entire YouTube career. And it's made me want to focus more on old school gaming. Not just with racing games, but just in general. This used to be a Monster Hunter channel, but we're slowly transitioning out of that. This is the start of something new. So if you like old school Xbox 360 games, PS3 games, even going further back down than that, then please subscribe, like, comment, and get ready for more stuff like this, because this is what this channel is going to be all about. But until then, you guys stay frosty. You guys have yourself a good one. My name is Cage. I'm an old school gamer in general, and you have yourself a good one. See ya.
Swiss cheese counterfeit.